Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jai. I belong to 01CF. So the topic I'll be speaking about will be DDoS attack, which actually means denial of service. So the contents that I'll be speaking about is what is DOS attack, the types of DOS attacks, and the detection and mitigation, the motive behind DOS attack, and the impact of DOS attack. So going towards it, what is DOS attack, which is discussing right now? DOS attack is like you basically use computer systems to overload a service or a website. If you have a target, like if the hacker has a target, he will use some of the softwares to overload requests over it and to shut it down. Basically, it's done to destroy something, not to hack it. So, what are the different types of DOS attacks? First one will be application layer flooding. In that, like an attacker floods a service with requests from a spoofed IP address to slow down or crash the service. This can involve millions of requests per second or thousands of requests targeting a resource-intensive service. That's the same thing. And they used a targeted IP address they use something like cloned IP addresses to attack one target IP address or a service. That will be like if I have a target A and I'm the hacker. So I'll first release a botnet or something, then I'll use it and to overload target A or to send multiple requests and to shut it down. So basically, I'm not hacking it, so I'm destroying it. So this is the example. This is the computer is my device where I'm using the services and I'm sending multiple requests to the server, which ultimately will shut down. It request will also request to shut it down. Then the second one will be distributed denial of service. That will be DDoS attack. Here you use multiple systems. Okay, so for the description, I'll be reading it. DDoS attacks function similar to DOS attacks, but involve multiple clients rather than just one. Often attackers use compromised zombie machines to send massive amounts of requests to a service, overwhelming and disabling it. So the example is over here. This is my system. I'll be creating a botnet or a link on a social website where I'll be creating something like, okay, there's an exclusive offer. Please click on it. Or like I'm giving out something like hacking devices. Please buy it. So people may try to buy it, but they won't get it. But instead of that, I'll be installing some malware into the system where malware or something like detectable, where I can use those systems whenever I want, so that they won't know. Without knowing them, I'll be using their IP address to target the system. So whenever the system this system, means the target will come to know that the system is attacked or they're trying to detect it. Detect it. They're going to find the system's IP address and not my IP address. So I'll be basically hidden behind them. It's like a person behind the bushes that I'll be attacking the someone. So the last one will be unintended loss. This is basically like you don't have an attack intention to attack someone, but you are trying to do something. Like example, when schools, launch their results of students, the students don't have an intention to attack it, but they rush into it because there is something attractive in it, or that might be the result, which which unfortunately leads to a DOS attack and it will shut down the site. So then you have to wait for some time and then you get the results. So it may have happened in your schools or something. So coming back to detections and mitigations, how to detect it and what are the methods to prevent it. So whenever a DOS attack happens in your site, what is the best method like how do you detect it? First thing will be abnormally high traffic. Then the slow and unresponsive server, your servers will be loading and there'll be a buffering going on in it. High server utilization, unusual traffic patterns, and unusual traffic sources. Basically, you won't find it. Then you get a 404 error, like the system is not loading, or it will take time to load, which the server or the ones who provide it will come to know there's a DOS attack going on. Then the mitigations. So first thing will be network segmentation, like how to prevent it. So network segmentation is basically you are having a server, a pairing server, which will be dividing it into two servers, like separating it into smaller segments, but then you'll have a firewall for it. So it prevents the DOS attack. It will try to supply everything to different branches, but it will not affect it. So you have multiple services along with the firewall system. Then load balancing, like you're having much storage in it so that it doesn't take accepts all the requests, but it doesn't fill it. So the more the effort they try it, but it still it doesn't work. Then IP blocking. which we do it like right now. We get targets, but then when we run some scans or something, it blocks our IP because they have a system or a firewall, WA. It blocks our IP addresses. Then rate limiting the request sent from one IP addresses. You can't send multiple IPs, I mean, requests at a time. So limiting it to 50 or when normal devices limit. So that it prevents the DoS attack. Then content delivery networks. This is similar to network segmentation, but in this you'll be like, having your servers in multiple geographical locations where like, and how Google has it, servers in multiple nations and so, I mean, places, they won't be able to, like, you can't stop Google services at the present. So that's the reason. So this is how you prevent. Then seven motives behind DoS attack. Like why do people do DoS attack? First thing will be financial gains. In order to, what they do is like if I have to target the server A, I'll be going and demanding them. I need some certain amount of money. Then I won't shut it down. Otherwise, it will affect your company or something. So they'll pay me, and I will not do it. Otherwise, I will do it. So it will be one reason for that. Then it's competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is like the example, my company and there's another company. So I'm going to shut down the business of that so that I get the profit. So I'm going to use DOS attack and shut down their servers, and I'm going to make so that I can make people come to my company. Then reputation damage. Like this is like destroying someone's reputations with DOS attack. Like how do you do it? Now shutting down their servers basically. That's the main thing. So imagine there's a Spotify site, and then you have your site. You want to you want to slow down their site so that people come to know that oh that site is slowing down. I don't want to use it. I'll go to a lot for Wink music. Like that. Then activism. Activism is like a group of activists who want to go for what do you say activism. Basically, it means like a protest or something. You try to do it, and then you target one side. There is a party and the B party. So A party wants to do some protest against the B party. So they use it and they block them down so that they can't do any other movements. Third will be, fifth one will be religious beliefs or ideological thing. That's the same thing. Then vandalism or mischief. Mischief is something which we do on most of the time on WhatsApp or spamming someone, like sending multiple emails or what do you say, SMS bombing, which we have tried when we were younger or something. Then distraction and diversion. Now the seventh point is like it will be downside can be used for distraction. Like if you're conducting some other type of hacking activities, you need this to distract them or to stop their other services so that you can from other turn you can conduct a cyber attack. This will be done mostly by a group of hackers or might be a larger group of organization. So then we separate a group who will do DOS attack and the other group will be doing other attacks to steal the information. Then the impact of DOS attack, what is the effect? I mean, effects of DOS attack or some problems. First one will be degraded service quality for legitimate users. You won't get the customers won't, or the ones who are going to use it won't get a better quality. Yeah. Second one will be large response delays, excessive losses, and service interruption. It will take time to load the server or a website. It will need time where people won't feel like approaching the site. Third one will be reputational damage for businesses. So that's what the same example of Spotify. If they want to, like if it's loading, they feel like hitting the site, so they'll approach for the other side. Fourth one will be loss of time, money, and clients. So first thing will be loss of time. You build your sites and all there'll be, you have issues, then you can try to rebuild it up, you're gonna lose your time. Then money, your income will be lost over it because people who approach your sites are the you're gonna lose money through it because people won't buy. Like example, if you're taking Amazon site, and if you shut it down, like within a certain period of time, people would have bought many things. But if you block that site, you won't get the profit which we could have gained through a certain amount of time. Then clients, you're gonna like clients will feel that the site is not good, so they'll approach another site like Flipkart from Amazon. Then fifth one will be inability to access resources for genuine users. Users won't be able to access certain resources because obviously the site will be down and then they can't access it. Okay, demonstration, which yeah, that's it, I guess. I'll be demonstrating few of the steps which I have used. Then I have two tools over here. This is- Okay, fine. So my target site will be this one, which is that testphp1web.com. I have downloaded two certain tools, but before that, I'm going to use Kali for that. Yeah. So the first site will be before we start up Kali, I'm gonna need what port it's available on. So I'm gonna use a test PHP. One minute. What is it? Test PHP one web. Test PHP one web. So I'm trying to wait for the scan to complete. So this is basically because I want to find out the available. Uh, so here we can find out that port 80 on TCP is open. So why did I do this? Is okay, before I use it, I'm gonna try to ping it so that you know what how the traffic or the amount of requests that are going on. See, you can find that it's on the time specified 246 and the number of requests will be total 51 so on. So if I try to stop it, I'm going to use the tool that I've downloaded on Windows. That will be this. So the tool name is Loy. It is used for specified targets. Okay, I'm going to overload it. Control C. Okay, I'm going to lock it and then port 80. I've chosen it and TCP. And the number of threads that I'm going to send will be okay, and I'm going to target it. Wait a minute. See, it started sending requests. The amount of requests are going here. And now, if I try to do coming here, if I try to ping it, it's taking time for listening. Look at the time. It's like 3K, 1K, 2K, and all. So it's basically overloading it, but it requires a lot more time to do it. So using it started going on. I'm going to take down the site, be following it, and then be using it, and then I'll stop with stopping it will be basically exiting it. Stop like yeah. The other tools that I'll be using it. The other tool that I'll be using for a will be Hulk tool. Okay, so yeah, how will I use it? So sudo go run and wait, sorry, that result this thing and open terminal. And this is and then how to go run go run. I have to turn go run dash site and then I paste the site. That should be. And then This will take a little time, so I'll be using another terminal just to run ping so that we know what happened. Ping control shift 3. Sorry. It requires a little more time. It's still running within 300. Then time increases, it will start going on thousands. Standing request. So this is 1023 is the max. So once the 1023 crosses, it starts increasing the load of it. At some points, it's going for 700s and then 6 and coming back to 2. Waiting for it. Next time below, because it's trying to stop some of the points. Then it's not, that's wait. Some ports are not letting to accept requests. I guess. The connection is getting resetted on. Then try to find another target. At some points it's receiving, at some points it's dropping. So I had any other target. No, try to follow. What's this? Slip around. Hunt requires a lot of time because it's trying to send packets in 20,000 still now. But if you're using what is it? the other tool, like it increases the packets in a certain speed. So yeah, maybe it will take time to do it. But this tool is effective tool as per the research that I've done. Well, here is a packet. So I guess I'll wind up the session though. Let it run. So that's it, guys. I have done completed my presentation. Thank you.